Me and Eli, we could definitely invite you to shit sometime if you want.
You didn't invite him to the movie.
The Captain. Did you want to see Captain Marvel? Because I know you're a white
Captain
male
Marvel.
who is angry about no male leads in Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I am. No, I do want to see it, but probably just get with my roommates.
Because you're an SJW.
Yeah.
Because we're live from the Brojo for another episode of the Rosham Bros News.
That's a really horrible intro.
That was a
You
very
should be
cool-
ashamed of
Yeah,
yourself.
probably. But I am your host, Kia, not Keith, and I am here today with the illustrious, the mysterious. It's Gil.
How am I illustrious or
There
mysterious?
is no shame here, Gil. To go back to that.
I'm pretty sure there's
We're
a
all out
lot
of shame. No, we're all out of shame.
And here's the shameless Eli.
No, we can still be bought out. That will be our highest shame.
What Epic Games
He's
did
already
you-
bought
I
out.
wouldn't have shame over being bought out.
Really?
If we got paid by Epic Games to fucking hype up Fortnite, I'd be like, yeah, fuck everyone else. I get paid to hype a game. This is my job.
So, like, no,
But
no,
more
no.
humble, I'd tone it down.
Well, right. Like, honestly, this is... We'll probably won't get... For, like...
I don't think they're gonna pay anyone to hype up their game.
Right. No, what I mean is, like...
Please.
Honestly, I feel
I don't
like...
know. I'm pretty sure
I-
Tetris 99 is killing it right now.
Actually, since we've been on Spotify and Apple Pod, actually our things have gotten like higher and higher. So like, in like a year or so, if this podcast is still going, I could probably say, and this podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Horrible.
Sweet.
Get them knowledge.
Insert new service that delivers something you need on a monthly basis to you.
Blue Apron.
Blue Apron, Dollar Shave Club, but it'll be a new thing.
Yeah, right.
Fuck's
And
the
then like, you know,
Toothbrush one.
Extravagant toilet papers are us.
Get toilet paper.
we could start that.
Yeah, we could start that
Yeah.
business sponsor ourselves.
Yeah.
That doesn't
The
sound like a very
sole
smart business.
sponsor.
And it's like, where do we get this? Oh, we didn't think that one through. We just...
It's in the description.
Crowdfund us.
Well, like, honestly, like, you know. So, guys, Eli, you've been gone. Like, what if you... It felt like you died, and then we were
He's
on...
been in the ether.
Yeah. How was it like in the ether, Eli?
Ether, otherwise known as Northwest Iowa.
You were stuck... How did you get stuck? Like, I don't understand how you got stuck yet last week.
Oh, God. We'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
So, my car's brake locked up. That's the start of this. I backed it into a place in the town I live. They don't speak English very well, so I wanted to get it the hell out of there. I drove it back to my house. It was only like 5 blocks. And when I got into the driveway, I got stuck. There wasn't like snow or anything at the time. It was just the brake locked up. And so I kept putting the gas to it because I wanted to move forward so my roommate didn't have to park on the street illegally. And then my brake had shot off, and it was searing hot. So I had no brake on that side. So then, when I went to take it to the mechanic, I go to a mechanic who's like 20 miles away because he's really cheap, and I know the guy. He does great work.
Do you want to give him a plug?
No. Good.
I'm sorry.
But,
Get around.
yeah, and I took a gravel road because I had no brakes. And coming out of Storm Lake, there's a couple curves. And I didn't really want to chance those with my e-brake, basically. And so...
You didn't want to Tokyo drift it?
Pretty much.
No?
And then the last half a mile of the gravel road I was on turns into a low-maintenance road. Which means there's no snow removal. And it had just snowed, and so I just went straight into it.
And you got stuck.
And I had to ease into the e-brake so I didn't go into the fucking ditch.
Let's just jump into it.
So I got stuck, and then, yeah, I had to call my roommates and some other people that are back on spring break to come dig me out.
Wait, their spring break started already?
Yeah, Briarcliff started, like, that was this last week.
Wow, weird. Because I think someone's spring break... Oh, yeah, because my coworker's spring break starts...
Yeah, my roommates are, like, the 17th.
Yeah,
Their
they...
starts.
March
I
or
thought-
April?
Well, I knew March, but I felt like it was just early to do early. Like, plus, I hate when they call it fucking spring break and it's just snow.
That's
Yeah.
Iowa, though, to be fair.
I don't know, when I was in college, there was no snow on my spring breaks.
For those who do not know Iowa, it is a temperamental piece of shit.
You can go through all 4 seasons in a day.
Yeah.
You really can. It's supposed to be in the 50s this next week.
No shit.
Right after it was like -10. Like,
Do you think it's gonna stay up in the 50s, or are we just
It's
gonna?
supposed to rain. That's all I know.
Oh, okay, fuck all that.
And then
But I
it's
think it'll
mostly-
turn into like what it was today, where it's that weird sleet,
Sweet, yeah.
more water on the ground. And
Love
snow.
Iowa.
Oh god, it's great.
And then it freezes.
So have you watched anything or seen anything, read anything interesting?
I watched The Umbrella Academy.
How did you think of that show?
It was interesting, and I looked up the comics afterwards, and I think it was way better than I would have thought the comics were.
Did you watch the entire series?
Yeah.
Did you say you liked it?
Yeah, it was
Who was your favorite character?
probably Diego.
Fucking course it is.
He was fun. I like Diego.
I like Luther.
He gets knocked out a lot, though,
Yeah.
which I find weird.
I like Luther. I think he's pretty cool.
Luther was okay.
Are you a big
I liked
Klaus fan?
5. No, I didn't really care for Klaus.
Wow, see, everyone really likes Klaus. See, I like having you on the podcast because everyone I've been talking is like, Klaus is the best character. He's so funny.
Well, that's why everyone likes him, is because they think he's funny. I just look at him and I see a deadbeat idiot, but that's where I'm at.
Did you like the twist
Which twist?
with Ellen Page? 7. The violinist.
Oh,
Did you think that came natural or not?
came natural.
Like her. Okay, I'm just gonna spoiler alert for the Umbrella Academy. Do you think her heel turn felt natural or no? Because I feel like there was a little bit where it kind of didn't, where she's like looking at the mirror, and it's just like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was okay, and I thought it was pretty good, all things considered.
Right.
And then I looked up, obviously, the comics again, and it's like in those, because I'm just reading it, so I
To
don't
fight
know.
a robotic Eiffel Tower.
There's that, but then like there's the Symphony, I think Symphony of Destruction, but
Yep.
that might not be it.
Yeah, it's like the Symphony of
Okay.
Destruction.
Or the Apocalypse or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And she basically, it's just, I don't remember what they do, but they're just like, you don't have any powers or whatever, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm gonna join this symphony that says they can start the apocalypse by playing music. And it's like, okay, that's weird.
See, so I
So at
feel
least
like
in this one, it's like
makes a little
she
bit
has
more
her own
sense.
personal drive.
Yeah.
She's already in there, and
Yeah, no, I get
the
you.
guy is turning her,
Yeah.
which I'm glad she killed him. I was gonna be really upset if she didn't.
I think the time travel stuff is like fun but kind of convoluted.
It is, but I think it owns up to being convoluted.
Right, and I think that's why I enjoy it though too, because it's just like, all right, and then we'll write this down, and it's awful.
And Cha-Cha and Hazel were fun.
They are really
Characters.
fun. Yeah. I really like that donut shop fight scene though. I think that was one of the fucking coolest fight scenes I've seen this year. Did you like it more
Yeah.
than the Punisher, or did you like the Punisher more?
Well, I like the Punisher more, but that's because their thing is to save the world, and then they just, like, 5 is just kind of killing people that are coming after him because he was an assassin or whatever.
A temporal assassin.
Yeah, but then, like, their thing is they're trying to save their sister and save the world, which they don't even do, whereas the Punisher's just like, I'm killing people because I like killing and they're bad.
Where do you think season 2 is gonna go? Do you think they're gonna go back to like they're all gonna be adults that next season, or are they going to go straight back to kids? Because I feel like they're gonna still be adults, but the timeline's gonna be altered.
Yeah.
And I feel like the agency is gonna be after them again.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, they killed, fuck was her name? It was something with a C.
Yeah, I don't know her name. Fucking crazy looking lady.
Yeah, the lady that's like Five's handler.
Yeah, the consultant, I think.
That doesn't sound quite right. But yeah, it's something like that. Point is that, yeah, since she's dead, they'll bring someone else in. Since, she's dead.
Yeah.
I feel like that would get the attention of their entire organization. So.
Yeah, so in the comic books, the fucking Klaus has like telekinesis too.
Yeah, he's got telekinesis and he can take over people's fucking
Mind,
minds
body?
and shit.
Yeah.
Because he gets either Hazel or Cha-Cha to kill the other one of them.
Yep.
And then themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, hopefully they give him that shit. So just talking to dead people. I think the only one that I like feel like has the lamest powers is number 3, the rumor, because it's just kind of like, oh, I can just.
It's not even lame, but now she can't do it.
Yeah, like I heard a rumor.
But to be fair, I don't know, because like one of my roommates pointed out when we were watching it, he was like, man, Klaus's most useful power is that he can channel Ben's power. Because Ben's dead.
Yeah, I like Ben's power though. The
It's just
fucking
like, hey, makes a good point.
I think my favorite scene though is when they were kids and Ben's like, I don't really want to do this, and like they all come out. Everyone else is not covered in blood, but Ben is just like drenched in it.
Blood.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, Umbrella Academy.
I was thinking that too. I was like, they realize that's a child covered in blood, right? Jesus Christ.
And that kid's reason for being a bad guy for hating the Umbrella Academy, I'm just like, I feel like there was a lot more that happened to you than that. But okay.
I also love how he hates the current Umbrella Academy, but it was
the fucking dad.
Yeah, it was the dad who was a douche, and he's dead.
Yeah, that's what he's like, I hate the Umbrella Academy. I'm like, but they didn't do anything to you.
I wonder if they're going to do, back on spoilers, by the way, but wonder if they're going to do anything with that, because in the comics, he's a fucking alien. The dad is.
Yeah!
They showed a scene in there where he's, like, leaving his wife, and there's rockets taking off in the background.
So I think they might.
So I think he's a fucking alien.
So you also caught up on Devilman Crybaby.
Not caught up, I haven't finished it yet.
What do you think about that? I mean, it's been a year since you saw the first episode, and
That one was
just as weird now as it was then. But after the first episode, it kind of tapers off a lot, actually, on the weird factor, I thought. And then it ramps it back up. But
what are you doing? I'm smoking drugs.
No, that's interesting. I want to finish it, but...
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you've been watching and or would like to plug?
I watched You.
That fucking stalker show? Why? Like, that does not seem up your alley.
We're watching it, and then I
That
got
seems
involved.
like your girlfriend's gonna watch it and you're like forced to watch it.
No, they were watching it, and then I watched some of it, and I was like, now I'm just confused. And I went back and watched it, and I was like, okay, this is really weird. I have a hard time leaving a story unfinished. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's why I hate cliffhangers.
You chose a shit story to follow.
It's interesting in its own right.
It's a star. I have this weird.
It's really weird.
No. I have this weird thing, and I was talking with Zach about this last night at dinner, and it's just like I have a weird thing about people sexualizing stalkers and serial killers that these shows do, and it just makes me very uncomfortable.
At the same time, you know, it's cautionary tale.
Right. But they're also like, man, he's so hot. I'm like,
no! That's why they die. Or get stalked.
It's like I was talking to Zach about Netflix bought the Ted Bundy movie because their algorithm in Netflix had a high search of Ted Bundy. So they bought that Zac Efron movie, and immediately, when that trailer popped out, 3/4 of the women on my Facebook, literally their post was, well, I bet Ted Bundy would murder me because Zac Efron's hot as fuck. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't do this to a person. Stop sexualizing bad people. Like, I get it. Like,
I don't get it.
This isn't me being like a fucking like, sexualizing evil. Like, fine. That's cool. They do that with...
Would you ever sexualize Osama bin Laden?
I bet they probably... People are fucking doing that with Jafar in the new Aladdin movie.
Bin lifting.
Yeah. Did you see that? Okay, so
Yeah,
when the new Aladdin trailer came out, like, the guy who plays Jafar is
He's
yoked
an actual young guy.
Yeah, and he's yoked as fuck, so he's like super built.
He has a shirtless scene. It really won the women over.
No, like they just
the opposite of Jafar.
He had gym pictures. He had Insta pictures like going to the gym, and like someone went and they're like, "Who splooshed Jafar?" I'm like, he's a fucking.
Jafar, the fucking animated was like this spindly fucking mad guy, man.
Yeah.
Who was going after the princess for power.
Yeah. And like even the Sultan's like, but she's 6. You're so old.
Yeah.
Now it's just kind of like, Jafar, like, compared to Aladdin, yeah, Jafar could kick the shit out of Aladdin without his magic. I'm just like, okay. Oh yeah, did you watch that trailer? We never got to talk.
Aladdin.
Yeah, the Aladdin trailer.
No, not.
So Gil, what have you been watching or catching up on?
Not a lot. Just YouTube videos.
Guess.
No, like what? What's like a YouTube video? Like, do you have anything you want to plug? Like a YouTube video people should watch? Because I have one.
Go for it.
Bros podcast.
What?
Our top tens.
Yeah.
Plug those.
You know, people.
The Rosham Bros Top 10.
Actually, you know, with the What the Vax people.
See, no shame.
There have been people who actually really like who have emails. It's like, oh, those are interesting. You do more. I'm like, maybe.
I'd like to.
We can. It's just that.
It's just a time thing.
Yeah, but when I move, it's gonna be a weird change because we're gonna be doing it on Google Hangout, and you can hang out with us.
Why Google Hangout? Why not Discord or Skype?
Meh.
Google Hangout's just easier than Skype. Skype is bullshit now, but
Yeah, I don't want to do Skype. That's for fucking sure.
yeah,
But
we could use Discord.
Discord I
but-
could do, but Discord is a fucking virus on my computer.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's why Google Hangout works
Fucking
so.
open it and it's like, oh, we're charging up the pylons and the wuzzle-de-doofs.
Yeah,
Oh my
like.
God, fucking damn
Yeah,
it.
no,
I'll
because
kill
like
you.
I'm on a couple of Discord pages, and so I'll just continuously get notifications while we're going through, and so like they'll just keep going off while
Yeah.
I'm like on another page, which is fine. It was a digital detective YouTube video about why we take men's sexual assault jokes lightly, and then like they break it down. It's a very interesting video. I think everyone should watch it. I'll actually plug it down there. It's super interesting.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm
Yeah.
not giving you any weird looks. I don't know why you're trying to defend
No.
me.
I think you should totally. I think people should totally check it out because it's weird. Also, I wasted 4 hours of my life listening to the Alex Jones podcast with Joe Rogan, and my God,
Why?
It's good stuff.
because
You wanted to know how the reptiles were in the hollow.
You wanted to know about the fourth
Bunch
dimension
of
and the frogs that
other-
help you enter it?
like okay,
And how we're making them gay.
so. The Joe Rogan Experience podcast is one of the most interesting podcasts to me because, like, he has people on that I don't agree with and I still don't agree with at the end of the podcast, but I like listening to them.
Well, he's a great host.
Yeah, because he's very unbiased. He doesn't do any of that stuff. So it's like you're listening to like a legit conversation with this person. Like, I don't agree with Jordan Peterson and his men's rights activism beliefs, and I don't believe in like Sargon of Akkad or anything like that and those guys. But like, I can't watch their videos because it's just them ploying to their people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the Joe Rogan Experience, they're just people talking. So like, I like to get that kind of understanding with them with that.
Taking them out of their vacuum.
Taking them out of their vacuum. And so like, you can understand, I guess, where they're coming from. And it helps people understand it more.
It gives a fresh perspective.
Right, and so like that's why I enjoy it. But the Alex Jones one, I knew was gonna go off the fucking wall. And when I saw it was 4 hours, I'm like, yeah, buddy. I listened to all those 4 hours.
Yeah, Bundy.
hmm
Yeah.
And then I watched. The other one I'd like to point out is just search Joe Rogan, Ian Grillo, and he was talking about like why the border wall is a bad idea. And this isn't me being political. This is just like. It's super. It really isn't. It's just super.
Also political. Joking. Go on.
No, it's just. I think Ian Grillo makes the proper point. He was talking about like, if you build this border wall and spend millions of dollars, you are only giving money to the drug cartels, because that means more people. They're gonna raise the price up for illegal immigrants to smuggle them in. So like, the more defenses you put up, the more you're giving money to like drug cartels and stuff. That's interesting. Again, not political. It's an interesting thought about like why we shouldn't have the border wall. Also, like, we're also all humans, and I don't think like borders are invisible lines. Kidding. Oh, and Zach and I saw Captain
This is
Marvel.
my land, you hear? This is my land. I paid money for this land.
Please tell me more, Gilberto.
Remain silent. Oh my God.
No, like I said, like I don't.
This is his land. His people killed for it.
And then I've been watching a bunch of nitpicks YouTube videos, and that was a good one. He has one on why Justice League is a bad movie, and he breaks it down. Like, he breaks it down, and he's like, basically, they totally aped the Avengers because, like, Justice League is about a movie about trying to retrieve a cube. Avengers is a movie trying to retrieve.
Blame them? That's my thing.
Right, and then Zach and I saw Captain Marvel. I thought it was a good movie. I don't think it was like a great movie. I feel like Marvel knows it's gonna make bangers no matter what, and they just didn't like excite me. Zach really liked it.
The only reason I'm excited at all is simply because I know it will play a part in the endgame.
It does not.
What?
No. Literally, that's why I said it should have been like a Phase 2 movie. It plays more of a part for Infinity Wars than it does Endgame.
Oh, well, I'm fine with either of those, I guess.
Oh. It explains how one of the items got back to Earth.
Oh, okay.
Because it disappeared for a bit.
Well, I just, because, I mean, you got the scene with Samuel L. Jackson summoning.
Yeah. Her. Well, and also, like, that was the thing, like, if anything, the thing that pisses me off the most about prequel movies, like the Star Wars movies, is like, all right, there's C-3PO. He's gonna be important. They kind of do this with some of the things they do, and I'm just like, I don't know about this.
Did they make Samuel L. Jackson look younger?
They did, and he looks very young. He looks like he's from Pulp Fiction. It's weird as fuck.
Solid.
Very Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Oh, also, speaking of that, like, I was just like, speaking of, like, people who look young, like, I want a movie with young Danny Trejo, because that dude looks like he could beat my fucking ass.
Might want to rephrase that.
No, he could kick the shit out of me.
There you go.
Like, he was on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, which is Mike Tyson's podcast where he gets high and talks to people, which is, again, watch that one, because Mike Tyson also an interesting man. And he was just talking about, like, his olden days and now how he owns Trejo Tacos. And I'm like, I want to go to Los Angeles just to try Trejo's Tacos. Yeah, Danny Trejo is a taco stand.
Fucking God.
Right?
I'll be up for that.
God, dude, I just wonder what he's going to make. Do you think, like, he just uses Chirone? Just cooks that Bad Jackson up?
Everything he makes has to rhyme. Or not really rhyme, but it's got to be TR and then...
So, we're going to run into our trailers, and the first trailer is Brightburn, and this is...
Evil Superman.
I think this might be interesting.
It looks pretty good from what we've seen.
It's a superhero horror movie, so...
But it's better than New Mutants.
Yeah, I think it looks infinitely better than New Mutants ever looked.
That's understandable. I totally get you guys. Like, I really do. Like, I like James Gunn a lot. And so, like, for me, this is like...
Oh, shit, that's right. This is the James Gunn one.
Yeah, this is the James Gunn one, yeah. He's producing it, Eli. He didn't write or direct it.
Kid's screwed either way.
Ew, gross. But, no, like, I think this movie looks interesting. Like, yeah. This is also a movie where, like... You probably shouldn't give the kid who was bullied superpowers. It's kind of like in Chronicles, which is like, maybe we shouldn't give the socially inept kid that's bullied superpowers. He's gonna fuck people up.
Maybe that's why he should get superpowers. Yeah, I don't know.
Divine punishment.
I mean, he dropped from the stars. And
yeah, but they don't know that.
They do know that.
I don't think the people knew he dropped from the stars, though. I think his mom did.
Yeah,
but like no one.
Dad.
Yeah, but like no one knew. Everyone just thought he was adopted.
Yeah, everyone else.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying even they didn't know.
No,
that's bullshit.
No, because like everyone is just a bunch of douchebags to him in that trailer. They just treat him like shit. I'm like, man, like I can get
Kids
like
fucking
assholes, and then like you fucking give them superpowers. Like that's gonna end badly no matter what.
It's a realistic depiction, and I mean,
right.
The kid still says he does want to do something good instead of causing misery. So
but he also chooses like a fucking gas mask for a costume too. It's just like, yeah, you're not gonna be a superhero.
Well, I don't get the whole like he writes the symbol all the time. That part I didn't understand.
I don't fucking know. Maybe that's
where he comes from. It means hope.
Yeah. It's like a river running down. Don't you know, Eli? Speaking of Superman, we're also gonna go to Shazam.
The better Superman movie.
I think
As
this
Eli
movie
put it.
also looks really fun too, and for a totally different
The
reason.
better Captain Marvel movie.
Because he's a child in an adult's body. It's basically, I love the description that everyone says. It's big with superheroes, and I really am excited. Like,
Never seen Big.
Yeah, I haven't either.
oh, it's a good movie.
Just don't think I have.
It's a good movie until you realize basically Tom Hanks is in a statutory rape problem because like when he's a
Alright, I don't think I've seen that one then.
yeah he's in an adult body and he's like being caressed by this older woman or whatever, and so like he's
What's
still
his actual age in the movie?
he's like 10.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah, so like when you re-look at it in that like back then it was funny. Now when you look at it through like a cinematic microscope like a douchebag and you're like, oh, that's not good.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, hindsight is 2019 actually.
Mm.
Yeah. It's,
One more year until it's 2020
I
then.
know. But yeah, no, I think Shazam looks fun. I just do not understand why they had the Eminem music in it.
yeah,
I guess that was probably
my
like
name
the
is.
yeah, like I feel like Eminem treaty is like, man, I feel blessed. Thanks DC. I'm like, all right, cool. You're getting paid though, because like
Yeah. It's like I feel blessed that they gave me money. For
they gave me money for my
20-year-old
song. Yeah, that is a 20-year-old song. You're fucking
I
correct.
mean, say his name. That's how he gains his powers.
So he gains his money.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of get it, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, besides that song, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Then we go to Game of Thrones, the final season, and Gil looks so pumped for this. Gil, you haven't devoted almost a
yeah,
decade.
I was gonna say, Eli said, I don't have the investment in this enough to care.
Yeah, you didn't spend a week binge watching all the 6 seasons that were out at the time like I did.
My favorite thing about this one is just like there's an article that says Game of Thrones is ending its final season, and someone re-edited to George R. R. Martin is finally going to find out how Game of Thrones ends. And I'm just like, yeah, probably.
Well,
And then that
His
book
book will have discrepancies.
Yeah, but he'll rewrite his book to match this.
Yeah, I was going to say his newer books
After
literally
this comes
ate
out,
Game of Thrones, the TV show.
He'll watch it and be like, oh shit, those are some good ideas.
That's a good fight. I'm going to put it in my book and say that it was already in there. Because I don't think HBO even consulted him. They're like, do you have the book done? He's like, well, no. I'm playing D&D with my friends, okay? We've just got to that part. This campaign has lasted me for like 25 years, okay?
You gotta be organic, you fucks. Think I just write stuff down? Get the fuck out of here.
Can't have those GMOs in this product.
Do you know that's how Vin Diesel wrote The Last Witch Hunter, though? Did you ever watch that movie?
No.
So Vin Diesel basically wrote his own D&D character into a movie where like he never ages, and so he made like an urban fantasy thing, and he talked about this before. He's like, my D&D campaigns are urban fantasies where like there's magic within the real world we have now with sorcery. And then he makes The Last Witch Hunter, and it's just like, you and Elijah Wood are both D&D nerds, and literally we're just playing D&D. He's like, we could sell this as a movie! And Elijah Wood's like, yeah!
High five.
And then they made millions of dollars. I don't know, I'm excited for Game of Thrones. I'm just glad it's finally fucking ending.
I am too.
I guess I'm one of those people where I feel like...
But it's not, Kian. They got a prequel series coming.
So is Lord of the Rings, but we'll talk about that later, Gil. Shut the fuck up. No kidding, that's so mean, but like... Yeah, no, I feel...
Remember like an hour ago when you said he wanted to be nicer to people?
I kept bringing that back up.
Yeah. Then we go to Good Omens, and like...
Really striving hard for that.
You really don't like... I like it because like it's a book I read, it's Neil Gaiman, and like... Neil Gaiman has not steered me wrong with stuff. But I think you just don't like it because it's too, like, quippy.
I guess.
Campy.
That's the...
Like...
One or the other. I think I'd enjoy the book, but I don't...
I think you'd like the book. You should read the book.
I don't think I'd enjoy this movie.
Or hear it on audible.com!
And that's not to say that I don't think it looks good. I think other people will enjoy it. I will not.
That looks like a fun series.
You ever watch American Gods or read the book? It's another Neil Gaiman book.
No, I know.
I think you should read the book. I think you'd like it.
No, I think I read a different one.
It's high on the Norse mythology. You should definitely read it. One of the characters is Odin.
Odin Odinson. Son of Odin Odinson. Of the Odins.
No, I think my mom...
Yeah, Odin's last name isn't Odinson, right?
Yeah. That's Thor's last name.
Yeah,
because he's
Thor.
Odin's
He's
son.
yeah.
And you guys used a crack squad of fucking detectives.
Yeah. Did you know Leif Erikson is the son of Eric the Red?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your mom recommended Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman and Non-American
That
Gods.
could be. I have read something by him, and I enjoyed it.
Was it Coraline? Because he also wrote Coraline.
I definitely wouldn't enjoy that. Fuck yourself.
He
For
wrote.
that read.
He also wrote Sandman, which is another good comic book by Neil Gaiman. Now, speaking of other great authors, let's talk about JRR Tolkien and his new movie Tolkien.
It's a fellowship.
Gosh.
That's all that needs to be said. On to the next one.
I knew they were gonna do it, is what pissed me off.
Right? Like, you kinda knew that was gonna
When he's
happen.
a kid, they're like, oh, we'll be some sort of group or brotherhood. And I was like, oh.
Or a friendship.
Yeah, I was like, oh, fellowship. Ha 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 ha.
I see what you did there. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't think this looks bad, though. I think this
No, I
looks...
think it looks fucking
fun.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I
I think
really
it looks-
loved the scene with the whole, like, Balrog coming out of the smoke when he's in World War I.
I also kind of like how he's, like, because Lord of the Rings literally was basically how he wrote about what World War II was like for him. One? Whatever.
Yeah, it's one.
World War I was like for him, you know what I mean? So, like, when you think of Mordor, that's like no man's land in the trenches and stuff like that. So, like, I find this to be an interesting biopic just because of that.
Yeah, no, I think it looks fantastic.
Because, like, he'll be writing about, like, shit that happened, but, like, he's just imagining, like, there's orcs and things. And this was before D&D, so there was no rolling for initiative and shit like that.
No, you just killed someone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he wrote his book like that?
I rolled a
Then
d20.
Aragorn rolled a 20.
No, he's writing it, and then he's like, oh, what is Aragorn gonna say? Let's roll.
Rolled the
Oh,
same
shit, a critical.
Rolled a 1. He trips and falls down the stairs. It's like, oh, damn it. This book isn't really turning out.
When did BroQuest become a movie? R.I.P. But no, I honestly really, yeah, I want to figure out how we could do that, like, online. You were telling me something about that.
Tabletop Simulator?
Yeah. But we'll talk about that when we're done. But yeah, no, I think this movie looks really cool. Like, Gil, as a person who's never seen Lord of the Rings and refuses to, what do you think about this movie?
to.
Bullshit!
Yes, you and Zach are both like, I'll never fucking watch it. You can't make me.
Zach's like that. I don't care one way or the
Even
other.
though I got you guys to watch it and you both fell asleep.
We were tired. Sue us.
Bastards.
Oh.
So what do you think about this?
It looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna like it, guys. It's gonna be a bad movie. Watches it, immediately falls in love with everything Tolkien. Give me everything
Gil
from
comes
Tolkien.
back and he's just like, I watched the entire trilogy
And The Hobbit.
non-stop since I saw Tolkien.
Honestly, holy fuck, I'm gonna definitely ask Zach to watch this movie. That
He
fucking...
gets so into it.
Yeah.
He can name all the people
Yeah.
on that poster by the end of it.
He comes out and he's like, hey guys, do you like my new cloak? It's like, fuck are you doing? It's made of knee thrill.
I don't think he'd ever do that.
He's got like the audiobooks playing on his iPod. Sorry. Zach's not even here to fucking defend himself. That fucking... No, I'm sorry. That's still my favorite moment of 2018. I know he's not on the podcast anymore, but Zach, I think this movie's gonna look fucking dumb. Zach, how many times have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Oh, like 4.
I jammed out to their whole discography. Solid.
I'm sorry. Okay, the description of Star Wars Episode 9 footage shown at Disney shareholders meeting reveals Kylo Ren with Vader's helmet and a hero is on the Falcon. Ooh, more Kylo Ren with
Kylo
Vader's
Ren
helmet.
with Vader. Where the fuck didn't he destroy that shit?
No, fucking don't leave me.
He kept it as a memento of his dead grandfather. For whatever
He
reason.
destroys that shit.
I thought he just
Beginning
got
of the first one. Because Snoke is like, you little bitch with your fucking helmet. And he's like, damn it! And like fucking throws it or something.
Wait, was this in The Force Awakens?
He probably. I'm
Last
starting
Jedi.
to remember.
Is that the start of The Last Jedi?
Does he?
I think he like punches him.
No, he destroys his helmet.
Oh, okay.
He punches his helmet off so he doesn't have a helmet on. All that in movie.
And then he gets a square body that everybody memed.
What?
That shirtless Kylo Ren scene where he's...
Blocky.
I mean, like...
The internet saw that and ran with it.
Yeah. Zac Snyder reveals the better unseen cut of Sucker Punch exists. That fucking movie came out 10 years... Oh shit, that movie came out.
I don't know what that is.
Sucker Punch was just basically Zac Snyder made a cutscene of hot ladies with samurai swords and guns. Literally, that's what it is. It has...
And then it's a whole movie.
It's no real context going on.
Kill Bill?
No.
Yeah.
Blockbuster Video announces it's closing its second to last location on Australia, leaving just one store left on Earth located in Oregon.
Guess what we're
They
doing
had
this summer?
Australia and Oregon?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Also, why didn't they just like pack it up and leave? I don't understand.
Because that one in Oregon's still going strong, man.
Did you ever
Probably
see
probably a novelty. People will start like making road trips, tell their kids about Blockbuster.
I hope
Back
that,
in my day,
I hope
we didn't
that
have
Blockbuster-
those spangle swabbing digital download movies. We had to go to one of these here Blockbuster.
I didn't have internet for the pawn. I had to go through a beaded door for mine. Those VHSs were sticky.
Oh.
That lamp was new.
Truly terrible times.
So, like, I wonder if it's going to be as abandoned in Australia as that fucking wildlife preserve that had a mummified shark in there. Did you guys ever see that video?
No.
There's a wildlife preserve in Australia that got abandoned, and they just left a mummified shark there.
Mummified, or they left it. Oh, sorry.
The shark was already mummified.
Okay, I thought it was like they left a shark there and came
I mean,
back
that's
and
what
was
I thought.
mummified.
That's what I thought when I
Holy
first
shit.
read it, because it's just like, and that shark stayed there for 8 years. I'm like, was it alive? It's like, no, it was pre-mummified. I'm like, wow, what a bunch of assholes.
Well, I mean, I don't care at that point. They just left a dead shark at a place.
So, actually,
And it didn't get eaten.
Legendary Entertainment hires comic book creator Brian K. Vaughan, who is known for, I don't know if you've ever read it, Why the Last Man or Saga. They're both really, really good, like, science fiction graphic novels, but he's penning the Gundam movie.
Ooh.
And I'm really excited because I love Gundam.
Oh, fuck Gundam.
Fuck you, Eli.
I've never been into giant robots. I don't know why.
Really? Like,
Yeah,
I
it seems
feel
like it'd be up my
yeah,
alley.
I feel
It's
like
just
that'd
like
be up your alley. Like, I
why.
just do not
This is the one thing he's not for.
I like them.
Give me fucking dragons, give me knights, but like, fuck giant robots.
The only giant robot I liked was in fucking War of the Monsters, PS2 game.
Mhm.
And I like to play as the American one who just launches a nuke from his fucking head. That's it. That's all I got. That's all my giant robots are.
I think I really like.
Did you not grow up with Power Rangers?
No.
Did you watch Rusty and the Big Boy? Rusty and the Big Guy?
I have no idea what that is.
So it was an old Fox Kid TV
I
show.
remember that.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Where like Rusty is like a robot who's basically Astro Boy.
No, Big Boy's the robot. Rusty's
No, I
the
said
little
Rusty
kid.
is basically Astro Boy.
Yeah.
And he thinks the big guy
It
is
is
a
a
real
living
robot. But he's actually a guy piloted robot. It's so good.
Yeah.
But no.
Because they go back in time during the Salem witch trials at one episode. They do this some weird ass shit.
It's been forever since
Do you
I've seen
remember
it.
when Fox Kids could get away with like exploding monsters and blood and shit? I do.
What the fuck?
Not really, no, honestly.
Yeah, well, they blew the shit up out of monsters and they were bleeding and stuff. Every time they fought them was like green blood though.
Yeah, that's probably
Same
why,
thing
yeah.
with like the Godzilla cartoon. They were just tearing shit up, and I'm
But
just
it
like,
wasn't red blood.
it wasn't red blood. Like I was just like, do you just remember when like they could do weird shit like that? Do you remember Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century?
I
I remember the
hearing
theme
about it.
song for it.
Sherlock Holmes.
And then I'd turn off the fucking TV.
Because it was a fucking minute long of that.
All I remember is waking up early on Saturdays, early enough that I could still see MASH. And then I'm like, This is on, but cartoons will be on after, so I'll just like
never-
wait it out.
I never had anything that I was like willing to like I never had anything that I would constantly return to like on a Saturday morning. I never had that experience.
I did. I had Fox Kids. Like Fox Kids was probably the only thing I would wake up continuously for.
Fox Kids and the CW.
It was
WB Kids.
WB Kids. There was only like two shows.
Technically the CW now.
Yeah,
it's still going.
The only WB Kids shows I watched that were Static Shock and Teen Titans because I didn't really like anything else. That and Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Sonic. Don't ask me which one.
Was it the one where he had like siblings that were also voiced by Jaleel White?
We showed him that.
No.
Yeah.
Was it the new one where he races a cop in a race car?
Were there people in it?
Yeah.
That was
Sonic
Sonic
X.
X, yeah.
That was Foxbox.
Foxbox, yeah.
I don't know.
I remember
Would've been in the
Foxbox had Ultimate
Early
Muscle.
2000s.
I fucking love Ultimate Muscle. That shit was the shit too. Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob reboot adds John Manganiello, Craig Robinson, Justin Long, Jordan. Apparently, like I
A
don't
lot of
understand.
returning cast.
They're just cameos and they're not returning. Oh, and Dante from Clerks is coming back, and so is Randall. Woo!
Oh.
Kevin Smith movies. Kevin Smith is trying to reboot his old movies, and I don't understand why.
Yes.
I don't get that. Like, I'm sorry to anyone who loves a big fan of Kevin Smith. I like Kevin Smith's first few movies. I'll be honest. He's the reason I wanted to become a director and writer, and it never worked out because, like, I was too scared. But, like...
Let that fear.
I'm getting my fucking Kevin Smith. I cannot think of who Kevin Smith is.
He named his daughter after Harley Quinn. And he also wrote Yoga Hosers?
I don't know what the fuck that. I might.
Jay and Silent Bob.
I know what that is.
He's Silent Bob.
Okay. Getting him confused with Kevin James and fucking Kevin Spacey.
So Kevin Spacey's a rapist.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin James is just in a bad TV sitcom.
He's kind of fat, right? That's Kevin James? Okay, yeah.
He
makes
was
his own
Paul
movie
Blart Mall
stuff.
Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He was Paul Blart, and he was also in...
International Assassin or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck.
He was also in Zookeeper, and he was also in... The only Kevin James movie I like is Here Comes the Boom. Because it's an MMA movie.
I saw the previews and I hated that they used that song.
The POD song.
Made me die inside.
You know deep down inside that they were going to do that anyways.
What?
I thought it was just the most obvious thing, and sometimes that's not good.
Yeah, but it's
And then then it was like, this is also the title of the movie, and I was like, oh, go fuck yourself.
You think that's clever? You're wrong.
So Rush Hour will reboot, reportedly feature female-centric main cast. I'm cool with this.
Well, I have to see Captain Marvel, then decide if I'm okay with it. No, I don't care. I don't really.
I like Rush Hour. I think
Rush
it's a good
Hour,
series,
yeah.
so I'm totally down with whatever else they
That's
do.
kind of.
They also made a shitty TV show, too, for CBS that only lasted 10 episodes. Not good. Not a good show. Hello Kitty, one of the most instantly recognizable cartoon characters in the world, is getting a set to make her English language feature film. I was like, what does she do?
She
Nothing.
has friends and learns about the power of friendship.
She doesn't do anything.
She has games. I don't know what.
I don't know what those... Like, yeah, like Puyo Puyo and stuff like that.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Like, she has her own pachinko machine.
She
like,
makes depressed business workers in Japan a little better.
Right. Like,
I mean, I went to a rural school in Northwest. No one was into Hello Kitty. It was not a thing. It did not exist.
Which is funny. I go to Lamar's and there is a freaking Beetle, a Volkswagen Beetle, just driving around decked out in Hello Kitty stuff.
like it's like painted Hello Kitty.
White and pink with a Hello Kitty decal on the hood.
What the fuck? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's one to grow on.
Fuck, dude. Like, I don't know what she does though. Like, I
think it's just a Barbie thing where it's like, oh, Hello Kitty's a fucking doctor now, and now she's a fucking race car driver. Shit like that.
Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also like
But
their
it's a
Nick
cat
Jr.
instead of a woman. 'Cause why not? I don't know. Japan.
So the production for the third entry of the Conjuring series is reportedly set to begin June in Atlanta, and I'm really excited because I like the Conjuring series. It's a fun old series.
Is that the one that's...
What's your version of fun? Conjuring?
The Warrens.
Oh,
They have their own Conjuring universe now, like Annabelle and shit.
okay. The Nun.
Let's get back to some Marvel news and get mad because apparently James Wood doesn't want to see Captain Marvel because that movie apparently hates men.
I mean, I personally just think it looks boring.
And then because of this, they have started a boycott called Boycott Captain Marvel. And so people, just like in The Last Jedi, have been review bombing it before it came out.
Now that's dumb.
I hate when people do that shit. I don't know, like, grow the fuck up. Like, if you don't have to be, like, that's fine.
If it doesn't appeal to you, just don't apply.
Right. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, like...
We live in an age where everyone's angry about whatever they can find to be angry.
If you're a whiny dude, like, there's so many, like... I listen to this guy for his comic book history because I find him interesting. But, like... His videos are also super sexist about women's and comic books. He's like, yeah, this is like back in the day before women's ran comics. I'm like, fuck off. Women's always like comics, you piece of shit. Like, it wasn't targeted towards them, but they still read it. Now they have shit that's targeted towards them, and you're mad that they're doing it. You don't have to
I don't like change. Scary.
What? Female-led Star Wars movies? I don't think so.
I could give a fuck. I'm kind of with Gil. I don't really care about the movie.
Right, no,
I'll probably see it because at this point I'm fucking a decade into this goddamn series. It's been half my life.
Holy shit, you're right. It has been half your life. What the fuck? Ah, man.
I was 10 when Iron Man came out.
Jesus
It's been
Christ.
a good portion of my life since that came out.
Yeah, it's been a good while since that movie's been affecting my life, yeah. Thank you for all the times we helped review, but like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like people are just douchebags.
So do you think now that they're into their 11th year, the M will be made up of two 11s?
No, so what had happened is, their opening credit scene is supposed to be like super emotional, like everyone said it was. Like their Marvel scene. It's like it's supposed to tug on your heartstrings, and I watched them like, I guess.
Oh, for Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, when they do that introduction,
I don't...
like, Marvel movies, it'll be like the 11. Kind of like how they had the M be the 1, and the O in movies be the 0. So they got 10.
If Guardians of the Galaxy didn't really, like, do anything for me, like, the beginning of that, I don't see how this...
No, like the intro scene where it's the flipping comic book pages.
Oh.
They changed it up. And they're gonna apparently, from what I heard, they're gonna also change it up for Endgame as well. And I think you'll probably understand what I mean.
Whatever.
Apparently Kevin Smith cried about the Stan Lee scene that was in there because it had like an Easter egg of Kevin Smith. So I was like, cool, Kevin Smith, yeah.
But they like, no, never mind. I think we already talked about if they were gonna keep putting Stan Lee in movies. Just like do some Tarkin shit and just CGI his ass.
Yeah, he's got like one more, and I think his last one was in Endgame.
Okay.
No, it's the last one is Far From Home. Because that was the last Marvel movie film before he passed.
Yeah, that's fitting. Spider-Man.
I guess, Skill.
Now he's Far From Home. Anyway. No one's safe, not even Stan Lee.
Okay, settle down.
That's a fucking good one.
Alright.
So Samuel Jackson totally lied to interviewers about spoilers that Captain Marvel has the power of time travel. He was just randomly yelling lie spoilers. The most Samuel Jackson thing.
Oh, yeah. Going senile? Is he just fucking with you? You'll never know.
I still think one of my favorites,
He has
Samuel.
the power to whoop a motherfucker.
And they're like, do you think she's stronger than Thanos? Hell yeah, that motherfucker ain't shit. I can totally just imagine him saying shit like that. Nick Fury could fuck up Thanos.
Mace Windu could beat her though.
I'll fuck him up with one eye closed.
If you ever watch Nick Fury's favorite color is purple. Want to know why? Because I'm that motherfucker.
God.
Still my favorite Samuel L. Jackson thing is they did Google search, and when you write Samuel L. Jackson, the first one is, does Samuel L. Jackson love anime? He's like, hell yeah, I do.
What the fuck?
And hentai. And he goes, that was a fucking meme going around for a while.
That's beautiful.
What a badass.
So, while briefly speaking about her role in Sony's upcoming Morbius film, Andrea Arjona explains that the film is cool and edgy.
Oh, that is not how you want to appeal to the young folks.
That
You
is
don't
how you
wanna tell
appeal to the
people
young
it's cool
people
and
because they're going to
edgy.
be like,
Like-
oh, I really need to see this movie now.
Like 15, 20 years ago, it would have been.
Yeah, even
solid.
then.
Even then, yeah, I feel like 15 might be cutting it a little short, but
That's so, I fucking hate when people explain stuff as cool and edgy.
I do too,
Like,
because it
just-
usually means that I'll think it's cool, but I'll never tell anyone. I don't want to get judged.
Like, when the internet was like, Shadow the Hedgehog is cool and edgy, it's just like, you lose your edge when you have to explain it as cool and edgy.
He is
If your
cool.
marketing campaign is like saying they're cool and edgy,
Yeah.
you lose your edge on whether
We're
it's edgy.
dark and mysterious.
Like, I hate when it's like, we're gonna have a gritty reboot, because then they try too hard. It's just like,
Teen Titans.
well, that's why the Dark Knight... I'm gonna explain this. Titans is a fucking weird show. Doom Patrol is a good show that came from Titans. It's
Doom Patrol.
It's part of the DC universe. You can get it for $7.99. Get your first week free at DCUniverse.com.
/ Robros. That does
Still
not
need to get your
exist.
stuff.
Yeah. And then, like, yeah, because it's just like, I feel like that would, like, if Akira Toriyama came back and was like, I'm gonna make Dragon Ball Z cool and edgy, I'd be like, I'm done.
I mean,
I'd see where it would want to go. That one would be such a left turn with how Goku is. I'd want to see where that goes.
Goku doesn't hit his head.
Goku
he
just
still
has a
murders
huge
people.
scar on his face now.
When he like redoes his hair in like
Goku
the
is now-
90s, like
Yeah.
I don't remember what that's
Swoop.
called.
Yeah.
Is that what that
That's
is?
like, I don't know, the
Like-
beak.
Like just
the
one
beak.
giant bang, basically.
Oh, okay,
that
okay,
comes
yeah,
out
yeah,
is what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
imagining.
yeah.
The sides go up and then there's just like the beak.
And it just Goku doesn't, like, make jokes anymore. He's just like, I'm more edgier than Vegeta now.
You have to get away from me. I just looked at the moon.
If
I'm changing. Ah!
They would have done that instead of Dragon Ball
And then they would
Evolution.
show his giant monkey dick
Yeah.
for that extra edge factor.
Oh, you weren't here. I told Zach I like Dragon Ball Evolution more than I like Battle Angel Alita. I really do not like that movie, Gil.
Oh, you saw Battle Angel?
Oh, it's not good.
Really?
I don't think it's good.
Oh, okay. I've heard
I'll explain to you why I don't think it's
I've
good.
heard okay things about it.
Because you weren't very fond of it, though, either, were you?
I was just indifferent.
You were indifferent. I think John and I have a different opinion of what the anime and manga was about, because that movie does not encapsulate what that anime is about at all. I think it's trying to and doing really bad. Like,
You say that, but then you say you like Evolution more.
because Evolution kind of follows what that first arc is. Battle Angel
Does
Alita,
it?
it kind
Does
of
it really?
When you
Does it?
rewatch it, when you rewatch it, like,
No.
it's not. It is a.
They fight Pilaf in the first arc.
It is not a
Frickin' Pilaf.
shitty movie. It is a
It
shitty
is
movie.
very bad.
It's a shitty movie, but it basically
You know,
what it
the
does.
original villain.
No, well, because basically what it does is it takes just like it takes the King Piccolo arc and it doesn't take the Pilaf arc. It just does a really bad version of the King Piccolo arc. What Battle Angel Alita does is just for me in that scene, like, it looks really cool. It's like visually super interesting. 100% I'll admit to anyone who said that. But like the scenes, like the fucking rollerball scenes, those are cool as shit, but they don't do anything for the story. And I feel like the whole, like, it's my same problem with the Ghost in the Shell. It's just, I feel like they totally lose what those stories are about, and just it's all about the visual spectacle. Because, like, those stories are very human-esque stories, but they kind of just water it down with all these other weird spectacles. That's me.
I know.
That's a discussion for you to have with John.
need-
It's not good as it's not as bad as Death Note though. I think Death Note is still the
Okay,
power.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Death Note is
The
just
lowest.
worse.
Not as bad as Rock Bottom. Good fucking job.
Yeah, Death Note is the lowest of the low live action
still-
anime adaptations.
I want to kind of see it, but not in theaters. I'm not willing to
Yeah.
pay money.
Pirate it, I'm kidding.
Well, no, I'll just wait until it comes out on
Oh,
something.
you can definitely buy Into the Spider-Verse now though.
But you do that.
Mm.
Let me watch it.
You have a Gmail, right?
I do.
I'll just email you something.
That sounds not legal.
Yeah.
I'll email you something.
No,
It's not actually a link to the movie. It's just a link to a porn site.
Yeah.
And you get a virus.
It's just gonna be it's just gonna be
Spider-Man
something
porn.
else completely.
It's the Batman XXX parody that
Porn
John sent
version
me
of
3
that
years ago.
movie.
Probably.
Oh God.
The fact that like we joke around, but there's probably a porn version.
I mean, that's just like a thing that is a fact of reality.
So Emma Watson is being eyed for a role in the Black Widow movie.
There's a rule for that.
Rule
Yeah.
34. That's what
Rule of the internet.
Yeah. Fucking R.I.P. score, buddy. You got fucked.
So what
Yeah.
now?
Emma
But
Watson.
figuratively and literally.
Yeah, Emma Watson is is possibly going to be in the new Black Widow movie.
The villain.
God, I hope not.
I hope so.
I don't really care, I guess.
Also, we never got to talk about this, but the internet. Okay, internet. I'm gonna be real with you. Stop feeling hopeful about Marvel movies ever being rated R that isn't Deadpool, because like there was a little
Carnage.
hint. What?
Carnage.
There was a little hint that like someone's like it's gonna be darker. The Black Widow is gonna be darker, so everyone took it as it's gonna be rated R, and I saw everyone sharing this. I'm like, y'all are dumb.
Well, it's obvious they can kill people without the fucking rated R.
Yeah.
It's like, killed half the people in Infinity Wars.
Right, but like, what I mean is, I hate when people do that shit though, Eli. They're like, they hear just a little bit of a whim that it's gonna be rated R, and everyone just clings on to this like, it's gonna be rated R, and then when the studio's like, it's not, they get so mad, and I'm like, but you knew!
Yeah.
They emphasize the R in Marvel
Yeah.
during the opening cinematic.
Yeah.
Just to illustrate that it's R-rated.
The solo Captain
Good
Marvel
pirate.
movie begins its box office run as the second best Thursday opening night, losing
what?
out to Batman vs. Superman.
Repeat that for me.
Captain Marvel begins its box office run with the second best Thursday opening night in March, only behind Batman vs. Superman.
That sounds awful.
That I also thought that it was gonna be bad, but I guess Batman vs Superman. You got to realize just
A
the
lot
title.
of people. Yeah.
They made a shit ton of money just by
Like
the title.
I saw that movie in theaters. I knew it was trash.
I
wanted to
too
see-
saw that
and then,
movie in
And then after
theaters.
everyone knew it
Twice.
was trash, you wanted to see it because it was like, how could it have been that bad?
You saw that movie
Martha.
twice?
I think I also did.
What the fuck is wrong with both of you?
Did I watch that with you guys?
No,
Yeah, I
we
think
weren't
so.
friends. We were all not friends.
I think
when
I think
Batman
he's.
vs. Superman came out.
When did that come out?
It came
We
out
talked about
before Jay and I moved in together, because then Jay and I moved in together, and Jacob bought the extended edition, and Jacob
Oh,
kept
okay.
explaining to us how better it will be, and then we watched it. I still fucking hated that movie, and I hated it even more, because there was an extra 30 fucking minutes I had to sit through.
Then I think I watched it with my brother, and then with people back here.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
Because I remember watching that special edition movie, I'm just like, this movie sucks. This movie is garbage.
Yeah, Zach bought the special edition too.
Fucking course he does.
Thank God. He's
Yeah,
a collector of terrible movies. Got Suicide Squad.
Venom.
He doesn't have any of the.
Whoa, you calm your horses.
I'm kidding. Warner
Doesn't
Brothers
have any of the
Suicide
things from
Squad.
You shouldn't be kidding, but just don't say that around me.
Well, R.I.P. to Will Smith being Deadshot in the James Gunn follow-up of Suicide Squad, and say hello to Idris Elba.
Really?
Yeah, he's in talks to being Deadshot. I'd see that. I think
It's
he
not
just
like.
I mean, I'm fine with either of them, to be honest. I don't know Deadshot in the comics very well, so I don't really
I mean,
care.
basically, Deadshot's just a one-shot dude. He has, like, he's not evil, but he's not good.
He's a mercenary.
I didn't even mean to do
I
that.
fucking hate you.
And
I'm so confused.
I said one-shot dude.
Oh.
So like he just kills people so he can give his daughter money. So like,
It's the best reason to kill people.
He's got so much
I'm only
money.
doing this so I can give my daughter money.
I can give my daughter a good life, so I murder the shit out of people.
No, not even a good
I'm only
life, just money.
stealing to give my daughter
Throws
to
the
raise
cash
money
at
for
her.
my daughter who's
Yes.
sick.
So Will Smith isn't going to be it because of scheduling conflicts. I'm pretty sure he just wanted out. He saw Ben Affleck could get out. He's like, all right, I'm next.
I think I'm the next one out.
So James Gunn's Suicide Squad is set to introduce multiple new characters. They're apparently doing it almost straight clean. They're like Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and I think another person is coming back, and that's pretty much it.
Fucking Slipknot. Coming back, it's just his
Meat shield.
He just comes back just to die again. Dude, that'd be fucking cool if he came back just to die again. Like, I
He's
feel
got
like
like made him into a cyborg.
Hello, friends.
they just
I have
stitched his head
returned.
back off.
It's like, now I can climb anything and I don't even need the climbing gear. It's almost like I have a real power.
You knew right
Somebody
away.
just walks up with a cup of water, accidentally gets bumped into it,
And he just
spills
blows
it.
up and
Ah!
Blows his head
My
off.
fucking favorite thing about that movie is like you knew he wasn't going to be a main character because he didn't get a kick-ass title card.
Because he just steps out of the car and they're like, who's that? And they're like, that's Slipknot, the man who can climb anything. And that's it. We're done. It's just like, oh, God.
Like, and then my favorite thing is he's in interviews. He's like, man, I loved working with that cast. I'm like, what for?
I
whole
bet
fucking
he did love working with that cast.
I was like, for a whole fucking 5 minutes?
Yeah, but the way they record movies, he probably got to be there the whole time, and they're just like, yeah, we don't really need you. She's like, all right, I'm gonna be back here.
You want him to get out of my trailer right now?
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
cool.
talk with all of these people who have actual roles in this movie.
But apparently Dave Bautista's in talks of joining it, so we might not see him as Drax anymore. R.I.P.
He's already dead anyway.
So here's the thing: they want to bring fucking King Shark, Polka Dot Man, Ragdoll.
Oh, come on. Where's the Condiment King?
Dude, that'd be fucking cool if they brought the Condiment King.
Exactly.
Like, I want them to bring.
He'll shoot ketchup and mustard.
I just even want him to have like some like movie opens up with the Condiment King getting his ass kicked or something like that.
Or the Crazy
Or
Quill.
like they're looking through like candidates for the Suicide Squad.
It's like
one of them's
Calendar
Condiment King.
Man, Calendar Man, Clock King.
It's like, are these even real people? What the fuck is this? Stop throwing these joke profiles.
No, it's just like,
No,
man,
these are real villains.
they're like, we got all the files of people Batman beat up, and they're like, man, Batman is really beating up
Batman
mentally
just,
ill.
yeah, it's like, is Batman just beating up fucking fast food mascots? What's going on?
Why is this Colonel Sanders looking like in Arkham Asylum?
He just beats up everyone in a costume.
I want there to be a new Batman villain, which is like Colonel Sanders, but it's not.
He's
Do you just want that for the southern accent?
I do. And he's like,
General Leroy.
and he wasn't even raised in the South. It's just that, like, that's
he
his
doesn't
mental
even fight his
breakdown.
battles. He just lets other people do it while he sits in a rocking chair.
Yeah. Like,
No. He has a whip.
Yep.
Really motivates him.
Of course he has a whip.
Oh, that's not good.
It's chicken.
Sir, why are we wearing all black? Just do it. Just do it. Producer Peter Safran says the DCEU doesn't really need to team up movies when they're doing strong solo films such as Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
They learned their lesson.
Yeah, with their
Took 'em
two
a while.
strong solo films, you fucking got them. And I think it would have been best if they'd started with solo films. They didn't even have to be strong.
I mean, technically they did. They just didn't know we were branching
is
out into
Aquaman
cinematic
even a
universe.
strong solo film?
It's a fun solo film. I wouldn't say it's a strong solo
That's what
film.
I fucking thought.
Let me explain.
I was like, I've
It's
never
a-
heard anyone who was like, yeah, this was a great superhero movie. It's
This
like,
was a fun movie.
Yeah, people are just like, it's a fun superhero movie. I'm
It's a fun superhero
That's fine and
movie.
all. I don't
I mean,
care.
I don't think it's a bad movie. I think Aquaman is loads of times better than Wonder Woman. My personal opinion. But I hate Wonder Woman.
That's fair.
So,
Sexist. Anyway,
Oh, calling you
he
out.
doesn't even hate the movie, he just hates the woman.
here's the other thing that's super interesting though. Fucking still, didn't know that the Black Adam movie is still going around, but apparently the scripts...
Really.
Yeah, with Dwayne Johnson?
Yeah.
Fucking didn't know this.
Damn.
He's not going to be in the Shazam movie, which is kind of sad because, like, they're trying to make this Black Adam into, like, what he is now in the comics. He was, like, an anti-hero. He's just edgier Aquaman because he has his own kingdom he's trying to protect.
Yeah, he's, like, got the desert
He's the king of
kingdom.
Kondak, yeah. And so, actually, the thing that makes it interesting is that
sand.
he's supposed to...
I hate sand.
Fuck you.
It's everywhere.
It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere. It's even in my spandex.
He,
Just, like, opens his drawers and just sand starts popping out.
and he's like, apparently they're thinking about bringing Hawkman, which is interesting because Hawkman's powers come from Egyptian bullshit too.
Fucking hawk.
Technically, they're also aliens.
But Hawkman in the comics now is fucking weird because he's like basically winged Wolverine and his armor comes out of his body. Like, he's hardcore.
Oh!
He like,
So are they going to lead by saying that they're making something super edgy and dark?
I hope not. I hope this movie's like a comedy movie, if anything, because it's The Rock, and I just
Yeah, it's
feel like...
got to be comedy.
I feel like The Rock does not play a good serious character. I feel like
I feel like he can, but he hasn't in such a long time that I don't know if he could.
I don't know if he
now.
could now. Yeah, like after Baywatch, I'm like, dude, you're never winning an Oscar. Just fucking keep doing these dumbass movies.
I mean, he did the fuck where he has the fake leg. He's got to save his wife.
Skyscraper?
Is that what it's called?
Ah,
that was
didn't watch that movie.
I didn't watch it, but it was a
You mean
serious.
Die Hard with The Rock? Yeah.
Yeah, it was a serious movie, I guess.
Ish.
That's the only one I can think of.
Now, Eli, this is all you. We know nothing about the
Stone
second.
thrown in a glass house.
We don't know anything about the Second Age of Lord of the Rings, but apparently the TV series is confirmed to take place in the Second Age, 3,000 years before the events of the books. What the fuck does that mean, Eli? I don't know what this means. What's the Second Age? This is where elves and men are still, like, not cool with each other, like...
You come into my town.
What part of the
I'll
D&D campaign are we at during the Second Age of Lord of the Rings?
Does it state where it's at in the world if it's on Middle Earth?
It's on Middle Earth.
Hmm.
So were there all the races on Middle Earth then?
That might just be like the beginnings of Sauron
Okay.
rising up.
Okay.
Because I don't think that's far enough back from Morgoth.
So let me ask you this. So all those people were never on there beforehand? Were they on different worlds then?
What?
Dwarves and stuff? Because you said before
No,
all
dwarves are actually the young... No, not the youngest. They might be the youngest race
Okay.
in the Lord of the Rings. They were not meant to be created.
They were accidents.
They were.
Just like all of us.
Do dwarven women have beards in this canon?
I have no fucking idea.
Fucking man, I'm trying to...
I feel like they don't know.
You're
Why-
the Lord of the Rings scientist
Why are
here.
you so into hairy women all the
Yeah.
No,
time?
I'm just curious because I knew some canons of dwarves, they all have beards. I didn't know if this was one of them.
I mean, I've heard the joke in the movies,
Okay.
but I've never heard of a canon with that.
Not like Lord of the Ring canon, but I know
Yeah.
some like dwarven canons have them all with beards, which is fine.
But yeah, it's probably just the build-up. So, like, you remember in the Fellowship, I
Yes.
think, where it's, Isildur and all that. It's probably just the build-up to that. I don't know if that was in the
Interesting.
Second Age, to be honest.
I don't know anything about these ages, so...
The
Well,
Age of Man.
movies, as they are, were either in the third or the fourth, and I do not remember.
I want to say the third that led into
It-
the fourth.
It's gonna sound stupid. I get it very confused with RuneScape.
You fucking nerd!
Which has like 5 or 6 ages. I think they're in the 6th age. RuneScape.
How many ages are there in RuneScape?
I think it's 6.
Oh
I
my
think
god!
They switched from the 5th to the 6th rune age in like 2013 or something.
Holy balls, okay.
It's very confusing.
George R.R. Martin, the author of Game of Thrones, has no idea how the TV series will end he's been hard at work finishing his 6th book.
Doesn't know.
Hopefully he comes out of it before that man dies of a fucking heart attack, because have you seen that man lately?
You keep
Lately.
saying that,
Yeah.
and it keeps never not changing.
Yet.
Yet. I'm pretty positive at one interview he was like eating fucking chicken wings. Like, I'm not kidding you. He was eating chicken wings.
To be fair, the stakes are nothing for him now. He's Snyder's made so much money, he doesn't need to release his.
I still like the fucking South Park iteration of George R.R. Martin. And then there's a horse dick.
Oh wait, do you?
Yeah.
Wait.
No, not that part. So, Alex Trebek has prostate cancer.
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy who does Jeopardy.
Never watched it.
Well, he has prostate cancer, and it's super sad because he's just a wholesome dude.
Well, it's sad because it's cancer.
He's a wholesome dude. Yeah, sure.
Suck it,
I mean, yeah, sure.
I'm kidding. He's a wholesome Canadian man from Canada, and he's been nothing but like a good guy with charities and shit. He's like, oh, I got prostate cancer. I'm like, oh, that's sad.
It does suck.
Oh yeah, Arrow is ending after season 8 with a 10-episode season.
Canceled or actually just decided to?
They just decided to end it, which is fine.
Finally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Season 2 of Umbrella Academy is actually happening.
Things ending with 8 seasons. Pretty good.
And One Punch Man is going to be a Hulu exclusive, apparently.
Yep.
That's really strange.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is Hulu's power flex to try to be like an anime streaming service,
Yeah.
which is fine by me. I have no problem with it.
I guess.
Gil, why are you like shaking
Stop
your head
that,
like
you
Simba
edgy,
from...
you edgy bastard with your bangs in front of your eyes.
So don't forget to give us a listen. Apparently we're on Spotify now. I had no idea. Someone pointed it out to me, so listen to that there. No questions. We have video game questions. We got a ton of them.
Feel free to tell us how sexist we are.
Yeah. Bye.
Later.
Bye.